Hello there and welcome back. Please sit comfortable because I'd like to show you a fantastic game and how Duda put an end to Carlsen 125 game unbeatable streak. Amazing, after almost 2 years, Carlsen with black pieces here lost a game. Duda started the game with e5 and now we have c6, the Caro-Kann defense, d4, d5, knight to c3, d takes e4, knight takes e4, knight f6, and not the most popular line, and now Duda capture here on f6. This is a check, e takes f6, of course he can recapture with the other pawn, but we are not going to see it right now. He captured here, both moves are playable of course. Duda played c3, Carlsen replied bishop to d6, bishop d3, both players develop their pieces. We have short castling, queen to c2, now the pawn on h7 is under attack, and the check on e8, as it played in the game, is not very dangerous because white can stop that check with the knight on e2. And white have a very small advantage here because as usual white should have a small advantage because he has more healthy pawn structure in the queen side, and black king side pawn structure is damaged, but it's a little difficult to create an attack there against that king. So we have h5 now, maybe not the best move. A fighting, an interesting move, but maybe not the best. Another move here is g6, a very solid move, and we will see what happens. But maybe Duda can develop the bishop right now on e3, on h6, or he can start attacking with h4 and h5. This is white's idea, and white would like to castle in the queen side in order to create this king side attack. Okay, Carlsen played h5. And now Duda continue with bishop to e3, normal, knight to d7, long castling, b5, and Carlsen start his own counter-attacking chances in the other side of the board. We have d5 now, a very nice move because he would like to destroy this structure, and he would like to capture that pawn with the bishop, and you can see that the rook is against the enemy queen. For that reason d5 is a logical move. We have c5, bishop takes b5, this is a pawn sacrifice. Carlsen sacrifices a pawn in order to create counter-attacking chances. We have rook to b8, the bishop is under attack, c4, a6, bishop a4, rook e7, a nice move. The idea behind that move is to unpin the knight of course, and after that you would like to double the rooks in the b file and create some attack here on b2. We have knight to g3, the pawn on h5 is under attack, and at some point he would like to jump on f5. Right now white pieces are not very well coordinated because you can see the knight is one side of the board, the bishop is in the other side, so the pieces are not very stable. Carlsen played knight to e5, now we have knight e4, another good square for the knight, and he didn't capture here the pawn, but why? Can you see why? Because black can give this double attack, the knight is under attack, the rook is under attack, and he should return with the knight, and after that he have to sacrifice the exchange, right? So it's complicated, and Duda don't like to take a pawn in order to give his rook. He would like to solidly protect his position and stabilize it because he has this connected passed pawn, and if he just exchange the same pieces he will have the advantage for sure. So he played knight to e4, logical move, rook e b7, the pawn on b2 is under attack, and of course white should not give his queen because black is threatening to capture here and white should recapture with the queen. For that reason he played b3, and now we have another interesting idea. Carlsen was fighting to win that game and he played rook to b4, a very aggressive play, and after bishop d2 it seems that the rook should go back, right? But it wasn't Carlsen's idea, and you should know that in your own games, if you go forward or if you create a plan, you should follow your plan. And black's idea after rook to b4 and bishop to d2 was to capture on a4 and exchange sacrifice in order to destroy white's pawn structure, and after that he would like to attack that pawn. For example, this pawn on c4 is weak, this pawn on a4 is weak as well. I don't know how he can continue the attack to put more pressure, but these are the targets. And of course the b file is open, and at some point you would like to jump with the bishop on f5 and create some attacking chances there. We have bishop to f5, rook d e1, a very nice move. This was a very nice and a very difficult move because he would like to create some freedom for his own king. We have h4, h3, knight to g3, knight to g6, sorry, he would like to regroup his pieces. For example, the bishop can go now on e5, this square is a little weak, he can jump here with the knight. This was the idea, and now he played rook to e3, another logical idea. He would like to put the rook on b3 in order to stop all of these attacking possibilities. Now we have knight to f4, g4, another good move, try to push forward black pieces. We have knight to g6, and now Duda played an amazing idea. This is a really strong idea. What do you think here? How are you going to play with white? It's a defensive task. You have a lot of good moves here to play. For example, rook to b3 here could be interesting. Maybe not the best because you can give a check and after that jump on d4, but you can give back the exchange, okay. Another possibility is to play f3. It's a logical move to protect everything very solidly, and another idea is to put the bishop back on e1 in order to protect that square on e2. You have a lot of ideas, but it's more important to do something about the king, and you can see now that black is attacking at this side of the board, in the queen side, and for that reason Duda start running from the other side of the board. He played king d1, and now it's not totally obvious how to continue with black. He played f5. He would like to open up the lines. Now Duda exchange on d6, queen takes d6, g takes f5, bishop h5 check. We have f3 now, and now white pieces start coordinate each other, and you can see black doesn't have a lot of good attacking opportunities here because this bishop is blocked by the pawn, the rook is alone there, and the king feels safe here in the center of the board because the center is closed. You can see these powerful pawns here control the center, and it's difficult for black pieces to generate more threats. He played queen to f6 with the idea to jump here on a1, and of course Duda stopped that idea with bishop to h3. We have bishop to g5, queen e4, queen g2 attacking the rook, and rook h e1. Of course, so you should give something back, right? You cannot protect everything. The most important thing is to coordinate your pieces, and he gave up this pawn, this h pawn, in order to put all of his pieces in the center of the board, close to each other and protect each other. Queen capture here on a2, queen c2. Of course, we would like to exchange queens because the queen can generate a lot of threats, and it will relieve black defense. Now Carlsen captured another pawn, and after that Duda played this very strong move, rook e8, a check. Now he cannot just capture here, because if he just capture, then we can recapture with the rook. The king should go on h7, and now we have a winning tactic. This is a very nice position. I'll add the diagram here for sure, because this is a nice idea. What are you going to do now with black? With white, sorry, it's white's turn. Of course, to give a check here on f6, it's not very good, because after that the bishop can go here on g6. You can see the queen is under attack, and black is winning here. But we have a better tactic, and the better tactic is to give a check here on h8, driving the king in the direct squares, and after that we can give this discover check, bishop takes d7 check, king can recapture, and then we can capture the queen. So white is winning. For that reason, here rook e8 is a powerful move, and Carlsen went immediately here on h7. What to do? You don't like to lose his queen. Rook takes b8, and now everything is lost for white. Of course, the position is playable because the queens are still in the board. He captures here on d5, queen d2, bishop takes f3, king c1, queen takes f5, Carlsen captured a lot of pawns, but his rooks are missing, right? He played rook e3, knight e2, a check, king b2, and you can see that the king is very safe in the dark squares. It's very difficult for black to do something. Knight takes e3, queen takes e3, queen f4, queen d3 check. We have f5, rook f8, queen b4 check, king c1. Of course, queen is trying to give a perpetual check, but it's very difficult because the rooks are controlling a lot of squares. We have bishop to e4, queen to b3, another typical technique. He would like to exchange queens, and in the same time he's protecting the a4 pawn. He went Carlsen went queen to d4, and Duda replied queen c3. He's giving up his a4 pawn, and he didn't capture, because if he just captured here on a4, then white consolidate his position, and he has a little more time, and he can play here the rook on f7. Now he start creating threats, and when he start creating threats, the game is over, because black doesn't have any other good checks. He cannot check here on d1, he cannot check on a1, he cannot check on a3. The queen is useless on a4, and it's extremely difficult to stop this idea. Queen takes d7. So he went queen to d6, and after rook c7 he went queen g6. At least the queen now is in the defense, and now we have rook d7, and the rook was under attack. Rook d7, queen g1, trying to give more checks, king b2, c4, and now we have another didactic moment, because Duda played very, very well. What are you going to do now with white? And you should be generous, and Duda give back one of his rooks in order to stop black is threatening, and he would like to give this check on b1, and he give up the rook for the bishop, and now black has only one queen. And after f takes e4, he went rook d4, and the pawns will start falling now, because the queen cannot protect them. White have two pieces and can attack two times on the pawns. We have queen f2, queen d2, of course the same technique, try to exchange queens. We have c3, little trick, king takes e3, queen g3, king b2, queen takes h3. Black has a passed pawn in the queen side, and after rook e4 you can see that the only thing that black has is this extra pawn on h5. Maybe his only strength, he would like to push forward the pawn, but white eliminate all of black pawns in the center of the board, and white pieces are dominating in the center. We have queen g3, queen d4, centralize everything, and now the threat is something like rook g4, try to attack here on g7. Similarly, the h4 pawn is under attack. He give a check here on g2, king c3, queen f3, king b4, queen f8, he is trying, king a5. Carlsen should, Duda should hide his king. He went queen f5, king takes a6. Now white has an extra pawn here, a passed pawn, and step by step he can start pushing it forward. We have g5, a5, h3, and now it's white's turn to start giving some checks, and he went rook e7 check, king g6, another check on g7, king h5, queen h4 check, king g4, and now white is winning definitely, but he can capture the queen. This is a good move, but Duda played even stronger. He gave a check here on e4. Queen cannot capture the rook, because the queen is X-ray protecting that rook, and he should give up his queen, because it is a remove of the defender. The king is defending the queen on f5, and after this check, king should go away, but then he can lose the queen, or he should interfere the queen on f4, but then we can capture here on f4, and Duda is winning. I hope you enjoyed that very interesting game, and it was a very, very fighting game for black. And as you can see, Magnus is not playing for a draw. He was fighting for the initiative, and for that reason he went h5 here. As you can see, a little later he sacrificed a pawn After b4 he sacrificed a pawn in order to open up lines. Little later he sacrificed the exchange here on a4. He's trying for a win, definitely, but Duda played very well. This is one remarkable move because he played king d1, tried to escape in the center of the board, and maybe it was a very important move to claim the advantage here. And a little later Duda stabilized his position. For example, here he sacrificed the exchange in order to eliminate all of black pawns, and a little later he won the game. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon. So, why you should become a member? This is an amazing opportunity to you to support the channel and gain access to exclusive perks. Well, it's not just about supporting the channel, it's about becoming part of the exclusive community. You'll be helping me to continue creating the content you love, and in return you get some fantastic benefits. We have 3 membership levels, tolerated fit everyone needs: the gold, the diamond and the platinum. Join as a member is a great way to interact with me directly. You will get loyalty badges next to your name in comments, access to custom emojis and special discounts. I prioritize replies to members. Access exclusive videos available only for members to enhance your chess skills. The time to improve is now. On the platinum membership plan you will get a chess course for free. So what you are waiting for? Click the join button to become a member today. Let's take this journey together to the next level and unlock these amazing perks.